Live from the AOK Production House, studio number 2. I am Nico Kelly.
And I'm Derek Daisy.
And here we are, once again.
Yeah.
Live on the air.
Yeah.
As it always seems to be.
I know.
I'm always surprised, and yet I'm not.
Well, yeah.
So, Derek.
Yeah.
A very special guest this evening.
I hadn't noticed.
I decided to reach out to the local podcast community, because why not? And
because I said so 3 times.
That's right.
And you still defy me.
We were recently ranked, maybe or maybe not. We're going to have to really figure this out.
Yeah, on air. Did you bring your swords?
So, Lindsey Collins is the correct full name, I hope.
It is.
Okay, very good.
Oh, man, that was close.
You nailed it.
We just talked for 10 minutes, and you didn't even confirm it. Oh.
I'm sorry.
It's because you knew all along.
I'm a terrible host tonight.
I know.
We just had a whole situation where you came in, and I wasn't even paying attention to my front door.
Yeah.
I walked in on you guys.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Compromising positions, too. God, Derek, why can't you cover up?
Whoa. I'm sorry.
So, Lindsay, welcome.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm really excited to be here.
Now, it's a very interesting name.
It's
Lindsay,
a visual.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
I was
is
talking.
that, like, what kind of name? What region of the world is that from?
It's Gaelic.
I was talking about the podcast.
Oh, okay. All right.
If I'm not mistaken, the EffinB Podcast.
Yeah, it's EffinB Radio.
I love it. Tell me about it.
It's a visual pun, which is in retrospect probably not the best thing to do for a podcast because it's all audio, but there's no visual involved. So it gets sort of mispronounced a lot. People will call it EffinB Radio, or they don't understand what it is at all. They're
It's
just
like the Oneaters.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was maybe not the best idea, but the food and beverage community, our show is about food and beverage.
Yeah.
And so it's EffinB.
I get it.
Now
I understand. Yeah. I feel like Tom Hanks. I'm very confused. You need to change it.
Yeah.
I know. Everyone hates it. It's
No, I
there.
love it. I think it's great.
Change it.
I think Bradio is pretty catchy.
I like that too. F and Bradio.
Yeah.
EffinB Bradio.
It's like it's somebody's name or something.
Yeah.
I know. It is. It's like its own brand.
FN Bradio,
Yes.
baby.
Yes.
So mysterious.
First National Bank
Yes.
podcast.
Yeah. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I wish we had enough money to start a bank. That would be awesome.
First National Bank, if you'd like to sponsor the show.
That's how we start. This is how we
Reach
do
out.
it. Give us your money. We'll take
Well,
it.
now that you've explained F&B, I love it.
EffinB Radio, yeah.
I think that's hysterical.
Oh, thank you very much.
So tell me all about your podcast. How'd you get into it? Go.
Well, the podcast itself, I've worked in food and beverage for a really long time, and I'm also a musician, which it looks like you guys are too.
We are.
Yeah.
No,
so
he's a poser.
Yeah. We try to be.
you have a lot of expensive stuff to not actually be a musician. But
You'd
yeah,
be surprised.
Yeah. Watch it.
you're really serious about looking serious.
That's right.
That's right.
It's about a $50,000 a year habit. Yeah.
But yeah, it was. So I always kind of recorded my own music and worked in restaurants at the same time because the schedule is really flexible and you can just quit jobs and just tell them, just fuck off. I have to do this. And so it was a really kind of
Get the F&B out of here.
get the F out of here.
Yeah,
It was a very symbiotic
That was it.
relationship.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and then I think one day we were talking shop, like after work. There's a lot of after work talk, as you know. It's like the best thing you can do. It's like have a beer, and relive your nightmare of a night as a person in the service industry. And my partner, who's not in food and beverage at all, was like just really enthralled by it, and he loves podcasts.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, I don't listen to any podcasts.
Oh.
Which is weird. I'll listen to yours.
No,
Good.
wow.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I will. And I did listen to
Yeah,
some
you
of it.
signed a contract.
I listened to some of it before I came on just to see like how.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, she'll recognize that sound if
Yeah.
she's listened to our previous podcast.
I've heard
Well,
that
now you
one.
can listen to us, and we'll listen to you too.
Yeah. But yeah, he was like, somebody would listen to that, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't know. And 3 years later, here we are, because it was kind of easy for me to do the production myself.
Oh.
So yeah, that's kind of how the genesis of the show started. But we talk to all kinds of people in food and bev, and it's kind of a good loose way because everybody's probably sort of had some thing to do with food and beverage, so we'll get comedians on there. Amber Nash was on the show.
Oh, nice.
And
Okay.
because she like one time worked in a restaurant, and I was like, we can use this.
Oh, that's enough.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we trick people into coming on there to talk about working in the restaurant industry.
Sounds very familiar, Derek. At least we know now we're not the only ones.
Yeah, right.
Tricking people into coming on your show.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it worked on you.
Yeah.
I know.
They just sit outside. I do apologize for that. I'm sorry. I hope you weren't out there long.
No. I was
Okay.
not long at all. But I was like, is this a trick? I was like, is this like a high school
yeah. That
thing
would
where
be
they're going
so
to jump
funny.
It's definitely.
Yeah. That's a good idea. We got to do that next time.
It's like the house looks really dark.
Yeah.
I'm getting in my car.
I did turn on our carriage lights out there just in case.
Yes, thank you.
But I walk out as she's about to drive off, Derek, and I'm thinking, no, wait.
the car was running.
Yeah.
It was running.
So sorry about that.
Yeah.
I know. He just said, just keep talking. I'll be right back. And he leaves. And I'm like, well, I need you to tell this to. You're not going to know what I'm talking about when you come back.
You'll have no point of reference.
None.
All this gold that I'm
Yeah.
And
spending.
you saw
on
what
it.
he did. He was like, oh, well, that was great.
That's our show.
That's it. I'm like, thanks.
Wait, so you do 2 shows a week?
Yeah.
Well, we
Whoa.
Sunday,
we
Wednesday.
do Sunday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
We record. We don't want to ruin the magic or anything for people, but yes, we already
Let's
told
not
them
pull
anyway.
back the curtain, yeah.
Yeah, Sunday nights 8 to 9 we pre-record for Wednesday,
Got it.
and then at 9 we go live for the Sunday show.
And we do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and part of the Wednesday show, we always do a skit. So
Yeah.
we'll do a skit throughout the week. Like, one of us will write a script. We'll, record our parts. He'll send me his, or I'll vice versa, and we'll cut it together. And then
Yep.
that'll take the first 10, 15 minutes of the episode.
Yeah.
And then,
Cool.
Yeah.
It's really interesting the way it's evolved over the years. We used to improv.
Yeah.
So we came up with a couple of different characters, and we would just say, "Okay, here's the premise," and we would just go
Like
Yeah.
Saturday Night
until
Live.
until it was just way too ridiculous.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
got
those-
really stupid.
Yeah, and then we said, "Let's pre-record," So
Because we can add sound effects.
Yeah.
And we
Totally,
really,
yeah.
it's like a stage play.
Yeah.
Like, we
Yeah.
go in and add music. And
So now we have created a universe. So we have Justice City that all of these characters live in, and
Wow.
yeah, there's everything from a mobster weatherman to a vacuum salesman that's a vampire.
Yeah, that was the one I listened to was Bob and Bob. That was
yeah.
the
That was
the
last week's.
meteorologist.
I
yeah.
needed Bob Buck
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Bob Doogie.
Bob,
yeah.
Bob Doogie.
Yeah.
Hey.
So tonight's, the audience will hear this Wednesday, but it turns out that Bob Doogie was hired by the mob.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
shit.
to sell.
The plot thickens.
To sell those generators.
That's right.
Good.
That's right. Yeah, the Kingstown 41XD.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, it's fun. So Sunday nights though, but we're music business guys. We
Cool.
went to school for that, if that even makes sense these days.
No.
Yeah,
but we did.
Where did you go?
Catawba College in Salisbury, North Carolina.
Oh, right on.
So
I dropped out of Berkeley briefly.
hey, very cool. We knew a lot about
Wait,
Berkeley.
briefly, and then you went back?
No, I never
Oh,
went back.
Oh,
I mean, I only
Are
went
you
there.
still in your brief?
I went there briefly, and
Oh, okay.
then I dropped out. Yeah.
Okay, that makes way more sense.
Yeah,
okay,
I think I said it out of order.
Yeah.
Berkeley,
Dropped out
the-
briefly.
Yeah.
Considered going back. I'm still considering it. I'm in
it's
the
still
middle.
on the table.
5-year hiatus.
Yeah.
See what happens.
I assume you mean Berkeley, the music school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's funny because we have another friend that went there and dropped out.
Yeah, nobody really graduates from there.
Yeah, well, you don't need to.
Yeah, you just have to. You just really have to get in, and then after that, you can be like, I went to Berkeley.
Well, exactly, and they teach you everything that you need, and then they're like, all right, well, now we're going to teach you real theory. Like, no, I don't need real theory.
like,
I
whoa,
just
that
I wanted
sucks.
to take a couple songwriting classes. That's all I wanted. Here's
Yeah.
your $100,000.
I would like the
Stop.
student
Exactly.
edition. I want the student edition of all this software.
Yeah,
and,
that's right. Save all
Yeah.
that money.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd like to meet some guys in prog rock bands.
Yeah.
and then I'll be like, I'm good to go.
Yeah. So we had Derek had a producer in college that we worked with, and yeah, she is married to him now.
Oh,
and there you
cool.
go.
Yeah.
So she doesn't produce this show, though. You
No,
produce this
no,
show.
I
No.
produced the show.
Very cool.
We barely talked to them. Well, just because
He did come on the show once.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I always feel bad. He's a busy guy. He works for like Sirius Radio. He does all kinds of
Wow.
stuff. Yeah, he got a very nice studio and produces all this stuff. But yeah, his wife. Well, they met. Like, I just finished my record there, and they met. Like, she came to record with him because she liked my record, and then they fell in love. And it's funny because I was going over there flirting with her, thinking,
I know.
"Hey, what's going on?" And,
Oh man,
and then I'm over flirting, and he could tell, and he's like, "Dude, I'm dating her now." I'm like, oh.
and it's like just stop.
There it is.
To stop. I'm already dating her.
Well, that's not fair.
Come on.
She's my age, man. What am I supposed to do?
It is true. So that's our we try to talk to musicians, and now we're hooked up with a management company that sends artists our way.
Cool.
Yeah.
And now, trying to reach out to the local community more and more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charleston is a funny place because you have to really do that.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, people they snub you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They get it's a very polite society where you have to you have to go around and say, oh, hi, and how are you? And I think that's good because that's better than people just being an island. But I've noticed that in 3 years of podcasting, it's I think I initially had more of a direction where I was like, no, I know exactly what kind of guests I want to have on, and then now I realize I have to scratch some backs every now and then.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, because it builds relationships, and I think it's better. And we were just, as you mentioned, featured in that Post and Courrier article with a couple other podcasts. So it kind of helped me learn about more people who are doing shows, which the number's growing.
Yeah, there's a lot. I was surprised, actually. I went through and listened to most of them. I thought they were all pretty good, interesting. But it's podcasting is so strange because it's such a huge thing now.
Yeah,
everybody's got a podcast.
I know.
I didn't know there was that many in town, though.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I think it's relatively new.
Yeah.
Because except for the ancient ones from the 90s.
Yeah.
Because those are my favorite.
Yeah.
The really, really old ones that are wow. Because podcasting, there was one that I used to listen to actually when I lived in Boston. And I was just like, what is this? And those guys, tech podcasts that have been around forever, they've really been killing it. And they're like, oh, you guys are just finding out, and now everybody has one. It's really funny.
Yeah.
It's really funny. But yeah, there's some good ones out there.
Yeah.
How long has this one been going on?
Well, 2011.
Yeah, but
Shit.
but we're nowhere
took
near
breaks
as
in
frequent.
there.
Yeah.
This actually started out as a cartoon.
Yeah, we
Animated?
yeah. So
you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah,
Whoa.
but it took me so long to put it together.
Hey, you're the
Nick,
one that wanted to do it.
Yeah, whatever.
This is your fault.
Nick could be like, all right, here's my lines. I'll see you later, and then that's it. And I'm like, all right, I got 45 hours of animating to do.
But
yeah.
I will say they are pretty funny. There's
I can't
a
wait.
few. I have a relationship with my iPhone in one of them.
It was back when the iPhone 4S came out and Siri was big.
Yeah.
And so Nick's character, they go on a date, him and the phone, and then
she leaves me.
Yeah, she thinks he's very clingy, and
You need too much.
and she's like, why does she keep telling me I have an appointment with suicide every day at 3:00? And,
So you can go check those out on YouTube.
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. What are they called? You got
To the Echo Radio Show, and then
it's the two of us in an animated
studio
radio station.
It's like, well, if we
studio.
can't build it, we'll draw it.
Yeah,
amazing.
a lot of crazy stuff. So it started as that, and then
I was like, it's going to take us a lot less time, but we just talk for 2 hours and then we'd be done with it.
Yeah.
So then I started with Kinetic Hi-Fi here, which was in 2011, I think.
Yeah.
And that's when I called Derek and said, look, I'm doing these couple different radio shows. We really should do To the Echo for real,
Yeah.
I love it.
So there you go.
And they put it on Saturday nights, 8 to 11 or 9 to 12.
Something like that, yeah.
And we did 3 hours
3-hour
back
blocks,
then.
yeah.
Jeez.
I know.
Because that's what Kinetic wanted to be, a radio station.
Yeah.
And so we actually, most shows did 3-hour sets.
Yeah.
And
That's intense.
Yeah.
It really was.
It was very time-consuming.
I know. It's
Yeah.
just not enough happened in
Pretty
our
much
lives.
didn't have a weekend.
Well, we used to do really long shows in the beginning, but we would drink a lot during them, and then they would just get really bad.
Yeah.
It was just so bad. I would have to cut so much out that I was like, why? We gotta stop drinking. We gotta stop recording for so long and just really try to get this a little bit tighter.
Yeah, but 3 seasons consecutively, that's impressive.
52 episodes a year.
We're really busy.
Wow.
How many are we at now? 60?
No, 40 something. I mean, since we
With this iteration.
we essentially started over and said, all right, April, we're going to do 2 a week, and then we just started doing that.
But I think we're in the 50s now, but still, 52
50,
per year, 3 years in a row, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 52 is like an exaggeration, but we definitely do. I think we're like 118 episodes or something like that. So we just started the 4th season. And I keep saying we, but it's just me now. So.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah, I'm like talking to myself.
Do you like try food on the podcast? You're like, well, that's good.
Yeah.
You're like,
no.
This for the next 15 minutes, I want you to listen to this.
I'm chewing a cream puff. It's really good. Now I'll let you listen.
Wait a minute, I'm going to add a little chocolate drizzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that. No, that was actually one of my original ideas. I had this coworker. He was a dishwasher at a restaurant that I worked at the time.
To wash dishes?
Yeah, he worked dishes. Well, I wanted him to be the food critic.
Oh.
Because the guy... Yes. This is him. He's washing his dishes. It's really great. He's killing it. This is what it's like.
Miss a spot there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
This water is
Are
very
you
hot.
going to eat that?
This is why I thought he would be the great food critic, because he would eat food that was coming off of people's plates, and he would also get some of the best shit in the restaurant. The chef would always cook him like an amazing meal, like whatever dish he wanted.
God damn.
Yeah.
So he would taste things, but he had the best descriptors. Like he'd be like, buttery. He'd be like, oh, that's too squishy. And it was like always these like really funny, really, yeah. He'd be
That's
like,
a good adjective.
yeah. Nobody's writing food, like
That's
critiques.
what I like to call a 50-cent word.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. It's not an SAT word, but it is a 50-cent word. Yeah, he'd be like, yeah, that fish kind of squishy. And you're like, dude, that's bad.
Yeah.
So that's bad. Your palate is so elevated that...
Oh, my gosh.
Exactly.
So, yeah, he was
It's money.
but no, we don't try food as much, but we talk about it a lot.
I love... I can never remember her name, but it's the girl on Food Network that's hooking up with Bobby Flay. She has...
Are they hooking up or hooking up?
No, like I think he left his wife for her.
Oh, okay. Good.
Damn.
Anyway,
All right.
I can't
Food
think of her
Network.
name, but she's one of the Food Network star host people, short blonde girl. Anyway, point is,
Okay.
I love watching her I'm in my kitchen cooking show that she has.
Yeah.
Because she's always very sensual about it, like, well, yeah, exactly, just like that.
Oh, my
I
God.
love that touch.
Wow.
Just look
straight
at,
to the thighs.
Look at that butter, and it's very.
This is what we want, is that cheese pull.
I'm pretty sure the food's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, how would we know?
Exactly.
It looks great.
All I know is that she's really into it.
She's
Yeah.
into it. She's selling it hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good for her. That's why she's a star. That's why Bobby Flay left his wife.
Yes.
For that?
Yeah.
Evidently.
Okay, all right.
Evidently.
She makes it look really good.
All right.
That's a skill.
Yeah.
Because how many times can you reinvent the way you say, like, yeah, it's good? Like, I feel bad for those people when they're like trying people's food.
There's an
they have to really sell it.
Oh, freaking delicious.
Oh, my God. Killer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
There's an
I'm
entire
going to leave my
network
wife
around
for
it,
this.
so
This just made me want to leave my wife.
yeah.
I'm going to call her right now. Honey, it's over.
That's the new, you just slap your mom.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
right.
oh, God, I'll leave my wife.
Yeah. You can always get another wife.
Can't get another reaction like that from
That's
that
right.
omelet.
Never again. That's right.
Now,
Divorce is expensive.
do you talk about the restaurant that you work at on your show? Are we allowed to mention it? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
I never asked them about that, but I do talk about it.
Okay.
And they
Wow.
seem to be fine with it.
Because
In fact, the owner's been on a couple times. He,
Okay,
he
so-
really
thank
likes
God.
the show.
So we're okay then.
Yeah, he really likes the show.
I'm a big fan of it's Fig, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan
You
of
work
Fig.
at Fig? Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore. I did for like 5 years. Was the only job I've ever had in Charleston, and then I recently EffinB Radio opened by accident. We opened this bar, and it was a 3-month like pop up that we did in a space downtown called Workshop. And so I had to leave that job to do that.
Oh.
And then while I was there, we ended up that ended. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to take a break. And I started producing podcasts for other people.
Oh, no way. Very cool.
And so I stopped working there and just was supposed to go back after the 3 months had ended. And I just haven't yet. And now I'm having a baby. So I'm probably going to, it's going to be a while.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah.
So,
But Fig is an amazing restaurant. And they love the show. They're really sweet.
Yeah.
yeah.
I hear nothing but good things. I see it. I see it all the time.
I drive by it.
I'll tell you what, the best burger place in Charleston is Five Guys, hands down, best burger place ever. You want some Mexican food? There's a Chipotle right next to it. so damn good. But you know what? You got to go to Moe's for the cheese.
Only if you want the authentic stuff.
That's right.
That's right.
Authentic Chinese restaurant. Chinese. Well, wherever.
It's probably more authentic Chinese than it is.
We tried Fig after Ryan Reynolds had his wedding.
To Blake
catered.
Lively. That's right.
Were you there for that?
No, that was right before I moved back.
That was like front page news.
I know.
Like Taylor Swift on King Street.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Fig.
Yeah, people went nuts for that.
I know. I bet they did.
They did.
But it was good. It was very, very good.
Dude, Larry David was downtown today.
What?
Are you kidding?
Yeah, he walked into our store and he was like,
Did he cuss you
What
out?
the fuck?
No, he was putting my buddy who was at the front of the door. He's like, yeah, he's just putting on sunscreen. He's like, as he's walking to
he
me, I
needs
hear
it.
the theme music of Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's like exactly the same guy, and he got some AirPods. And he was like, how do you put these things on? You know, just exactly like himself.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And
he is George. That's
Yeah. It was just like,
It's not even
of
a
all
joke.
people, Larry David. Yeah.
What the fuck is he doing here?
I don't know.
Why would he come
Being
here?
Larry David.
Very nice day. Sorry.
Wow.
It was a
How
couple
could you
of-
not lead with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just remembered.
Did
We
that
just
came
did an
to you?
entire show.
Yeah, I know. I just remembered. We guys talking celebrities. I'm sorry. F you guys.
It was a couple of weeks ago.
Get your own-
The Post and Courier did a map of the stars in Charleston and
Yeah.
where the sightings have been with famous people like Leo DiCaprio and all of these.
They all go to the same, like, 2 restaurants.
Yeah,
of
pretty
course.
much.
'Cause they're
Yeah.
the
Butcher and B was a big one for a while.
Yeah.
Did they go to
So-
Five Guys at all?
Yeah.
You know,
they go there
That's really good.
only when they want the best.
I hear it's quite good.
Yeah. I went to. Have you ever been to Justine's?
Justine's Kitchen?
Yeah.
I think so.
That's
it's very close to Fig.
It's
right.
I think it's across the
That's what I
street,
mean. It's like right
actually.
there.
Yeah.
But that's the best fried chicken I had in the area. Like, and I don't eat at a lot of places I don't know. That's my problem.
You mean like you don't like to try new places?
Yeah, I'm like, Fig, what the hell is that? I'm not going there.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
like figs.
But they don't have double quarter pounders with cheeses. And where are my McDonald's fries? This is ridiculous.
Let me ask a veteran of the restaurant a
Yeah.
question. If he walked in and asked for a Newton, would he get it?
A fig Newton? No, you would not.
Well,
but people are the funniest at that restaurant because they're always like, I don't see any figs on the menu.
Oh, I'd be like, yeah, I haven't heard that before.
And you're like,
What the hell do you want to order?
It's not even that. It's just like, figs don't grow year round. Did you know that?
Yeah,
You have
there
any
is a
idea?
season.
It's a very short season, and they're kind of a shitty thing to eat unless they're perfect. So no, there's not any figs on it. There are occasionally, but people don't really understand the menu a lot. In fact, one time, one lady asked me, this is an honest question. She said, what language is this in, the menu? And I was like, English?
Is that
Figlish?
What?
Is that a joke?
No, I was like, that's the best joke I've ever heard. What
Get the
language?
hell out.
I think.
I was like, just get out.
I think that's where I would have said, ma'am.
I think we're just closing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just crickets, right? And tumbleweeds.
That's where I would have had to say, ma'am, I'm not sure what you want me to say.
I was like, I really don't know how to respond to that.
I made the mistake of going to Bowman's Island one time. It was on Man vs. Food.
Oh, yeah.
And but I wasn't thinking about the time of year, and so I went in the off season.
Oh.
And so naturally they didn't have freshly shucked oysters.
Yeah.
It was like a Captain D's kind of thing, all fried fish. I was very disappointed.
Yeah, that's one of the places I've never been, and there's a lot of those where everyone's like, "What? How have you never been there?"
Yeah.
Because I try to eat almost everywhere. I eat at every restaurant that opens, and I try to go and do all that stuff. But now there's so many that open. It's a full-time job.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you now.
You can't eat out every day.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
God, man, you gotta
I'm
need
a podcaster.
Make $100,000 a year.
Fucking poor.
Yeah. Oh.
I was going to ask, how long have you been in there? Are you from the area? How long have you lived here? Okay.
I'm from South Carolina.
Okay.
And then my parents are from Charleston.
Okay.
And then I was born kind of in the upstate a little bit in Bamberg, South Carolina.
Oh.
And then I did. I always say it like I did time here. I did.
Yeah, sounds like it.
I was in school at the College of Charleston for like a year and a half.
Very cool.
And then
And then you went to
transferred
Berkeley?
and then dropped out. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And came right back.
No, I was gone. I lived in New York I stayed in Boston for like 2 years and worked in restaurants there. And that's kind of where I got into like more serious side of food. And then I moved to New York City and got a job at a really fancy restaurant like as an accident. and stayed with that company for like 5 years, and then worked in Copenhagen at at the time it was the #1 restaurant in the world.
Very cool.
Noma. And I worked there, and then came back to New York and ended up transferring to their same like sister restaurant in Napa. I was in California for a while, and then moved back.
Wow,
like 5 years ago.
So a lot of traveling.
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of bounced around.
I've been to Copenhagen a few times.
Really?
Very nice place.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, right?
Yeah,
I loved it.
Lived in Germany and spent a lot of time touring the northern part of Europe because the south of Europe was awful.
Yeah. So, well, I've never been anywhere except Copenhagen, so I can't speak to that. But I loved Denmark. I thought it was an amazing place.
Very, very cool. So then you have seen the transition of Charleston.
Yeah.
I was born here. We had a house here until I was 13. Lived in North Carolina for a while. But you know, when before we went to college, Ashley Phosphate was a lot of trees, and
that road sucks.
Upper King Street was not something you wanted to walk down.
No,
well, there's still. I don't want to walk down it in a lot of areas. Yeah, it's not that safe.
They're push. I don't think it's safe to say they're pushing.
They're
it
trying.
out.
Yeah, they're trying.
I just don't want to walk down there because of all the bridal parties that are happening.
That's
the worst part of it.
Yeah,
just the barefoot women on King Street.
There's always a lot, right?
They're always like crying and onto their phone.
They're a lot of fun to Uber. I'll tell you that. I've done that before.
But yeah, now it's wild to I mean, the amount of tourism, of course. It's always been a tourist town, but now it's just kind of, off the charts, I think.
Yeah.
So it's really,
I mean, like in the 90s, you couldn't pay people to come here, really. In the early 90s.
Just to the beach was pretty much it.
The 1890s was really a bad. It was just like we lost the war. We were the Civil War. We really got punished for it, and it wasn't until the 1900s.
We got a bad rap for several centuries,
decades, man. It was really just it's gross.
1890s, hard times.
Yeah.
Growing up, people would say Charleston. That I hear that's a nice place. I was like, yeah, we were the first shots Civil War.
I know.
That's our claim.
It's a great
to fame.
city.
Yeah.
Really, we really
check it out.
We believe in something, we fight for it.
So that being said, there's a lot of good restaurants.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then you got to tell us your favorite dish too.
These are the tough questions.
God, this is hard because honestly, I think Fig is my favorite restaurant.
Wow. It's a good one.
I ate everywhere, and before I decided where to work, and I was just like, this is kind of the only place I want to work.
Can I eat there? I'm on keto.
Of course.
I'm on keto.
Yeah, what is that?
Keto diet? Ketogenic diet? High fat, medium protein, low carb.
You just opened a can of worms.
Yeah.
Totally.
So because April 13th, I was almost 300 pounds. Now I'm down to 220.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm down
Congratulations.
To 220. So that's pretty much that, and then I started running, but mostly just dieting.
Dude, that's amazing.
So,
like ketosis.
Yeah, ketosis, exactly.
Right.
Ketogenic. Yep. You got it.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, you can totally eat there.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
The menu actually is incredibly. See, now this is going to turn into a commercial for Fig.
That's fine. Do it. Hey, Fig, if you want to promote the show, here's a free sponsor. This is what it sounds like, and then you're going to sign up for 3-year commitment.
You're going to pay Lindsey individually.
Yeah.
So more than $2.13 an hour.
Please.
It's super vegetable driven, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can get a lot of. I mean, I think there's always greens on the menu and like really, really beautiful like raw dishes like crudos and things that are just super fresh. There's definitely pasta and stuff on there, which would not be for you. But the menu, it changes every single day.
Okay.
So yeah, you could totally eat there, and they're really sweet, like almost to the point of like, don't be that nice with dietary restrictions, but they're like really accommodating. They love the challenge of kind of making something delicious for people who are eating any kind of way.
Are they open? How long are they open for?
Only for dinner, and they're closed on Sunday. But they're open like 5 to 11.
Hell is it when Chick-fil-A does it, and everybody thinks they can get away with it? This is bullcrap.
Bible belts.
Yeah. But so dinner. All right. How much can you expect on an average bill for 2 people?
Well, if you're drinking.
Not drinking.
2 people can get out of there for like under $100.
Okay,
easily.
All right. Maybe I'll take my wife there on that day.
Maybe even like in the $70 to $80 range.
He's got a big date night coming up.
Yeah, I get like 4 a year because of the way our schedules work and our baby and our nanny. So that's coming for next Friday. We're going on a history tour downtown. We're gonna go see a movie, and I might Do that.
Yeah, well, you call me because you'll need a reservation.
I do?
Yeah, it's very hard to get in.
How long?
They open them up 2 months, 3 months out.
It's like halls.
Well,
yeah.
God
Bless
dang.
them. But maybe I can hook you up.
Maybe.
There you
All
go.
right. Okay. Well,
I have
knew
some
there was a
ins.
reason.
I have some
it's
ins.
just I know. I didn't know. All right. I'll see if she has anything planned and how long her nanny's supposed to be at the house, because if she's not supposed to be there at nighttime, I don't want to do it, and then I'm like, sorry, can't go.
Yeah. Jerk. No, I know how that goes.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Let me know.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. See?
Finally,
think-
someone can do something for us on the show.
This is what I'm talking about. So, see the back scratching. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I see why it's
We've been doing this crap since April. Everybody wants.
I know. We're just pretty much free promotion. We're begging people,
Please come on our show so
Please
we can
come on
talk
our
about your
show.
stupid album.
Oh,
No.
God's sakes.
This is a really one-sided relationship.
It really is.
Yeah. We're going to see the Goo Goo Dolls next week. The Dizzy Up the Girl show.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Did you see that they went on a podcast? I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Whose show?
I don't know.
The two guys. One of them's the midget.
Yeah.
He's like crazy. I've seen him, and I forget what it's called.
I was very upset
about the other night or something about tonight.
We're big Goo Goo Dolls fans,
Yeah,
and
that's
I've sent messages out to a lot of famous people that won't come on this show.
Never.
And then I see that, and I'm like, come on.
I know.
Wait, he went on a local podcast?
Not to Charleston. I don't know where they are.
They're
actually.
big.
It
They're
was,
a national
yeah.
podcast. Yeah. They're like, well,
I think
if your poll is 2,000 people, I don't think it's worth it. But
the little guy, I think, is also an actor or something.
yeah, he is.
I've definitely seen him before.
I've seen him in some of the B movie American Pie movies. Yeah.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
anyway,
But
one of these days,
you got to keep reaching out to them, because that's what happened with Amber Nash. I was like, "What, you will?" And she was like, "Yeah, you'd be surprised." Like they want to do shows, but
I just feel like the harassment stuff and the cease
you couldn't
and
have
desist
him waiting
letters,
outside
like-
though. That would be bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well,
If the
Big
Goo
tour
Goo
bus.
Dolls showed up here and
make
rang
him
the
wait.
fucking doorbell and you didn't answer,
I'd be like,
they would not.
you guys, we'll come to the door when we want to. We're the stars.
Can you imagine the tour
You're
bus
gonna
and
wait.
my HOA?
Yeah.
knock, knock, knock. Excuse me. The tour bus is going to have
Yeah,
to go.
put it somewhere else.
I do feel very bad about that, too. I
I'm
can't
just
hear
kidding.
the doorbell
No,
in
I'm
here.
just kidding.
Dude,
Sorry.
we're going to hear about this. She'll remember this forever.
Oh, I
Never.
know. I know.
This is how she'll remember To the Echo.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in your notes at Fig and be like, very nice people, keto diet, didn't answer the doorbell
Yeah, all right.
on the first try.
And I'll be like, why the hell do you know that?
To the
the waiter
Echo.
is just really a jerk to me. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. It was not even my house. I had no access to the doorbell.
Yeah.
None.
to the Echo radio douches.
Aww.
I don't know. Where did you find those children?
I don't know.
They're sad.
But they need to go home. Get
Yeah,
the heck out of
These kids are sad.
Yeah, that's what we were doing.
here. Yeah. I have my favorite restaurant downtown is Grocery. Have you ever eaten at
Oh,
Grocery?
yeah, of course.
Really like that
Kevin
place.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Very
Of
talented
course.
chef.
F both y'all, man. I've been in any of these places. I don't even know what that's called.
That's
You're like the Harris Teeter.
Yeah.
No.
I've seen it.
I've eaten
Yeah.
a sub there.
Sorry, I don't want to pay my paycheck to get a week's
No,
worth
you're-
of groceries.
Yeah.
God.
It's a single carrot.
Yeah, right.
It's just a single carrot.
Just one carrot. And it's like,
That's a great restaurant.
yeah, that's my go-to. I like that a lot.
Yeah, he's killer. He's been around for so long and has done like consistently such amazing work. And I think he gets overlooked a lot, which is annoying.
Well, it's in a kind of a weird spot too.
Well, and I think with all of the people that are coming and opening restaurants, like it's overwhelming that everybody is like it's a hot and then you're not thing. And
Yeah.
Kevin has just been consistently killing it.
Yeah.
So he's an amazing.
So put
chef.
that on your list too if you can't
Yeah,
get Fig.
Definitely.
Groceries,
why do I gotta put
fantastic.
that on my
They
calendar
have a
6
really,
months from now?
really good filet.
Jesus.
Yeah.
They do duck-
I have
they
a
do
life,
duck
you
very
know.
well.
Yeah. I can't wait to set alarms
Yeah,
to
are you
make
kidding me? I don't even
reservations.
know if I'm going to be hungry in 6 months. I might be dead. I don't know.
Don't say that.
I'm just
Then I'm
saying,
gonna
things
be-
happen.
Then I'm going to be by myself.
yeah,
on
I
the
know.
show.
Well, and you'll deserve it.
Yeah.
No,
I'll probably be dead because of you.
I've
did this.
done doing a radio show by myself for many years.
It's hilarious. He tries to get It's easy to do political shows when no one's fighting with you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I always pretend like there's a larger production team than there really is.
Yeah, no, he's like, he'll make a mistake on the computer and be like, guys, not that article. God, sorry, everybody. These dummies over here.
Hey, listen.
There it is. Okay.
There is something to be said about production value, okay?
Yeah, I completely agree, and I think that's very, very important. That is my least favorite part about all the podcasts that pop up that are just like the shit quality.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard for me to stomach because I'm like, come on, you can do better than that.
Well, what do you use? What kind of mic do you use when you record?
I use a Shure SM57.
Nice.
But when it's classic.
It's a good stage mic.
Yeah.
I love the SM57.
These are the Shure SM7Bs.
I know these are really fancy, and I love these. We do the show mobile a lot. The show travels. Like we did a bunch of shows. We did like 10 shows in New York, and we did some in LA, and I think we're going to be doing some in Portland next season. Yeah.
Well, we got the compressors.
That's
why you sound very radio punched.
Yeah,
and those aren't very portable.
No, they're not.
I told him if we're going to do it for real, I'm going to get the real setup. So we got compressors.
I love it.
Yeah, we just used his credit card.
These are the ones this is like the Joe Rogan mic.
That's right. Yeah, that's what we looked at. Yeah,
more famously known as the Michael Jackson mic.
Yeah, did you know he recorded Thriller with this Thriller album with
a lot of bad was on this mic, but Thriller definitely.
Wow. Yeah. Well, then how can you get any better than that?
Yeah.
Well, pretty cool.
Apparently you can because there's more expensive mics out there. There's only $200, but
that's why I like the Shures though because they're not crazy expensive. The sound quality is so good.
And they're workhorses, and you can like the SM57. You can throw that thing around all day long.
As soon as I'm done with them, I just beat them into the ground.
That's they double as drumsticks.
I like this one because it does have its own rig here.
Yeah.
So that's nice. That's nice as well.
This is very fancy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You guys are. I'm very impressed.
Normally, you would have an arm, but the past several guests, the arm has fallen over on them. And
for those that don't know what we're talking about, we remove our guests' arms when they walk into the room.
Our bionic arms.
Yeah, we're like Chewy,
Yeah.
Just rip the arm off. It's good.
So I have you've got a futon here, and I have the
where I sleep.
It's my
This is my room.
No, we have the
don't
boom,
be ungrateful.
The boom mic arm that's attached to and his has never fallen ever.
Yes, it did once.
Did it?
Yes. And then you came over here and adjusted it right before show.
Oh, you mean this part, the bottom, where it's attached, just falls over.
It just falls over on the person.
It's probably because this thing is a circle. I'm like, what's the word here?
Yeah, but
it's not a circle.
I don't know.
See, Nick's an engineer. You would think he'd be able to look at a problem like that and figure it out, but it took a Berkeley dropout.
I'm going to be honest.
A brief dropout.
So that's why you were on the elbow stand there.
Well, I don't mind.
We really got cheap on you there.
I said, look, we're not bringing in another podcaster and having the arm fall on her, so...
Yeah, no, I have a client, and she very nervously adjusts the mic constantly, and she's basically stripped the thing, so it gets sad on her.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, well, quit fucking touching it all the time. Like, you're already set.
Just talk.
Just talk. Yeah.
Put your hands behind your back, dummy.
We brought in.
Sit on them.
We had our first touring artist came a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, who was it?
It was Haley Mae Campbell.
Cool.
Country artist. She won the competition out at Windjammer a few weekends ago. And she was the first guest we had who, because she's a musician, knows how to talk into a mic.
Yeah. Very comfortable. And then she played a song. It sounded awesome.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, finally.
We've had we've been working with the Flowertown Players, and they've sent us a lot of their actors to talk about shows and things. And I always think it's funny. It's like, you guys are actors.
Yeah.
But they're very uncomfortable around a mic. They're like, I don't want to touch this.
I'm used to stage mics.
Or no mics at all. I just project.
I just project my voice. I'm a trained actor. Yeah. Stage trained.
I can't give you any more.
I know. I got you 110 right now. Feedbacking.
It's on 11.
Yeah. Phil always does it. He screams in. But you know what? I don't have headphones for my other people, and it's really obnoxious for them.
Well, yours aren't the best, but
I know.
The guest
until we start getting people like Fig paying us money, we're not going to buy the best.
Yeah, maybe if we get some sponsorships, I'll get some better headphones.
That's right. So we can enjoy ourselves.
That was the $12 variety.
Yeah.
After the mic purchases, I was like, all right, I gotta Scale it back here a little bit.
He did. I had to purchase a mic for him. I'm like, all right, I sold a board or whatever. Here's a damn microphone. Just take it.
Yeah, I got a brand new board here. So yeah, it's going well.
It's pretty much this episode was really just to highlight all of our gear,
and
you're the special guest.
Yes. Well, I would love
Thanks
to
for coming. We'll see you later.
You in talking about your great equipment.
And if you'd like to buy an SM7B,
yes.
As you can see, it sounds amazing.
I did try to get someone from Sweetwater to come on the show.
God, those people are amazing.
Yeah, I know.
They creep me out a little. How they call.
I know. That's why I said, why don't you come on the show? Because you call me every night. That's what I have for dinner.
I know.
Dude, you should just patch him in.
Hey, Nick. How you doing, buddy?
Haven't heard from you in a while.
I know.
Hey, you don't answer. Well, how could I call twice? I'm like, fuck off, Judith.
But I'll tell you, if I say anything good about
Jesus
Sweetwater,
Christ, yeah, I got the splitter.
Twice I had I had a microphone that they sent me. It was a $600 mic. It was a blue mic. You know how they have like that little tiny neck and then the big ball head? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm looking at it.
Intended.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. And I'm looking at the wind
screen?
Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah, the windscreen. And
something.
And you gotta... So I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, clearly I gotta take the head off and put it under the head.
Yeah.
No, that head is soldered metal.
Yeah.
So when I'm like...
Shit.
I was like...
You broke it?
And I'm looking at it like... Are you effing kidding me?
Oh, God.
And the cables are just falling out of that point. I'm like, and I call them, and I'm like, listen, I made a mistake. Do you guys repair stuff? It's totally my fault. No, the guy said, user error, put it back in a box, I'll send you another one in 2 days.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
And I was
they always send me that candy that I don't want.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm on a diet, James. Didn't you listen to my phone conversation?
Didn't you? We talked about this. No sugar.
We talked for 3 hours the other night. Didn't you take some damn notes?
I did try to get him to come on, though. But the other thing that I think is funny about Sweetwater is that they always send the catalog.
Always. Well, no, only if you buy stuff.
No, they keep sending it.
Yeah.
Really? I haven't gotten one in a year. I haven't bought anything in a year.
But why? But
they keep sending. I have like 30.
If I bought something,
send them to me.
If I bought something online,
just pay the shipping.
which is where I've always bought things with Sweetwater, was online.
Yeah, always.
Why are you sending me a catalog? It's like the Yellow Pages. I don't need it.
Just because
this is obsolete.
It's the internet.
Most musicians do their shopping on the toilet. Everybody knows this.
That's true.
And that's where the first place that thing goes.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, what kind of computer discounts we got today?
Mine went on the recycling bin.
Oh, well, okay. Well, that's nice. All right, good. I'm glad.
I mean, those guys are really helpful though, and women.
Yeah, they're great.
I didn't realize you get like your rep for life.
Well, until they leave, and see, that's where I'm in a rock place. I've had two leave.
She left you.
Don was awesome. He would find me discounts all the time. Then he just got another job, and so I got another guy, and it took a while for us to get on the same page. Then we did.
Yeah, you have to get to know him.
Yeah,
and then he left, and then I got this guy. I ordered an iPad Pro, and I said I need it by Friday. The order didn't go through on Wednesday, so I emailed him and said, dude, don't need the iPad Pro now because I'm not going to get it by the time I leave. I'll get it another time. And then Thursday afternoon, he says, nope, I put that order for through. It'll be to you on Monday. Like, we're not going to be friends.
You know what? You're no Don.
James. Yeah. Wow. I swear.
This is how we start off badly.
I know. And I got an iPad Pro the following week sitting at my front door for 3 days outside. Yeah. But, hey, that's...
Fuck.
Yeah, thanks, James.
Thanks, James. You're killing it.
Yeah, really good. Love the candy.
Yeah. Thanks for the sweet tarts.
Yeah. I just, every time he sends that candy, it's a big middle finger to me. I'm like, all right.
My kids always try to eat it. I'm like, don't eat. We don't give them that. And they open up the box, and before I can stop them, I'm like, this is your fault, Sweetwater.
It's not even the good... It's not the candy that
it's the cheapest candy.
I like the honey one. That's the only
bits
one.
Of honey?
Yeah, that's the only one I like.
Sorry, it's Bitto honey.
I mean, it's pure sugar, but it's good sugar.
It's classic. Yeah,
I haven't had it.
This is the dollar store candy house on the trick or treat.
I know that. It's like Tootsie Roll's not even real chocolate. It's totally corn syrup. It's brown corn syrup.
It's really brown corn syrup.
Oh man,
there's not even any chocolate flavoring.
Are you going to be allowing trick or treaters at your house for Halloween?
I mean, I don't really have a say. They freak me out because they don't walk around anymore.
Yeah.
They just drive up in
yeah.
vans.
Isn't that bizarre?
It sucks so hard because they just descend upon you.
Yeah.
And a million of them pile out.
Yeah.
And then the mom's like in there like on Facebook and she's just like not even watching. One was like blasting music last time and the kids just like, it's too much. It's like if they were walking, this wouldn't be happening so intensely.
Yeah.
And then I can do it. But
See, I buy the candy and then I turn the light off so they don't come to my place.
No,
I'm terrified.
My mom straight up used to turn off the lights, and then our Halloween tradition was to go to Ruby Tuesday.
Nice.
We did not participate. And then one year she threatened to hand out Bibles, and I was like, just let's go to Ruby Tuesday.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I know.
Bibles aren't cheap.
I was like,
It's like $5.95. All right, here you get a Bible. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
That's why you go and get them donated by the Gideons.
yeah, that's true. Maybe Gideon was going to sponsor our Halloween, but it was not a thing that we did. And now my kids really they want to do it.
How many kids?
I have 2 kids.
Ages?
5 and 6. He's going to turn 6 tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're really 2 boys.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so last year I didn't get them a costume, and then at the Halloween night they started coming around. And my kids were like, I felt so bad. I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I should have got you a costume or something. They were like, Mom, can we do that? Because I had them handing out the candy.
Oh.
That's where you say, no, you,
and they were
you
like,
get a rock.
so fucked up. Yeah, they were like, why do we have to sit here in regular clothes giving candy to kids in costumes?
Yeah.
So I like made up something really quick. Like Luca was a fireman and Julian, I think he like put on a hat. He was a trucker.
Nice.
And then
they
went around the neighborhood and they had so much fun. I was like, all right, whatever.
Nonconformists. That's why we don't do it.
Yeah. And
don't
then
be like everybody else.
I was like, honey, do you want to be like these kids in the van with their mom that doesn't care about them? No.
True.
I did think that was quite bizarre when people started driving around.
That sucks. Yeah, I think that should be not allowed.
Yeah, because you're going to neighborhoods you're not even from. So
Yeah.
wait,
That's
I gotta
right.
buy candy for kids in this neighborhood?
Yeah.
Gee,
Yeah.
when does it end?
Where's the trick-or-treating regulations here?
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
Because
why-
you know what I'm going to do next year? I'm going to Old Town in Mount Pleasant where they hand out
There
full-size
you
candy
go.
bars.
That's right.
Damn, what?
And clipboards.
They do. Yeah. And Bibles.
So we just got this house in March, and we do have a couple of bags of candy for trick-or-treaters.
I
And
bet you
I
do.
keep thinking to myself,
Do I want to do
You
that?
want to answer the door.
I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty nice neighborhood, I think. I don't know I just don't know what the Halloween looks like yet.
It's just like walk or not. I mean, what if they actually trick you?
We quote unquote evacuated to Disney,
Oh, wow.
and
Oh yeah, for the hurricane.
yeah. So my wife was like, "Okay, do we want to buy this big, Mickey Mouse bowl for the candy?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I think we're just going to turn the lights off."
Yeah, just do just like when I came. Just
You
don't answer.
You don't have any kids, like
I know.
Like, see, that's the thing.
I think if you don't have kids, you don't have to fucking hand out candy.
No, because I have a 21-month-old baby,
Aw,
little girl.
congratulations.
Thank you. And I'm getting like, she's probably gonna go next year when she's close to 3, right? Like
Yeah.
that's probably the time you parade her around to get candy.
Yeah.
This year, no, but I'm like, I'm afraid she's gonna cry at every child that walks in with a costume. It's gonna scare the crap out of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean,
They don't like strangers. They definitely don't like strangers in costumes.
Yeah,
She did not like me last time I went over
Oh
there.
yeah, dude. She's like, Fuck
She
you.
freaked
Get
out.
Really?
I don't like you. Yeah.
You don't visit her enough. You don't
No.
call.
He doesn't.
Evidently
That's how you know you don't visit enough.
Thanks, Uncle Nick.
Yeah, if you'd ever come
I
over.
know. I did buy her a Minnie Mouse though.
I know.
That's pretty good.
She forgot about that the day you gave it to her.
I know.
She's not making memories, Nick.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you have the candy, it goes really quick because of the cars, they're
Yeah,
mobbing
I
you.
know.
So then you can just be like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah. So
It's creepy. I think it's a weird thing to do, especially in today's society. I'm like, it's not the same world it was when people used to go trick or treating.
It's so easy to kidnap kids nowadays.
I know,
they
it's
come to your front door.
Oh my
Jesus
gosh.
Christ, they're just here.
Yeah.
I can just come on in.
It's really a shame we can't have
So-
basements here in Charleston because I think this would be a perfect place to do it.
I think this is a good
Yeah.
point to put out the disclaimer that we will not be kidnapping your kids.
Speak for yourself.
but if
Speak
you'd
for
like
yourself.
to sponsor the
if you
show,
would like to sponsor
Yeah.
the show,
so we can kidnap
if you're
kids.
looking
Yeah.
for any children,
Search on Craigslist.
Yeah,
We'll have them
exactly.
in the kidnap section.
looking on Craigslist is scary.
Yeah, I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
There was a real ad that my boyfriend, he looks at it almost to an obsessive point where he just looks at what's up there.
Yeah.
And he showed me one, and it said it was looking for used panties. And it was they were totally fucking serious. And they're can drop them all, we'll pay this. And I was like,
go to a
oh my God,
Goodwill.
why? Yeah. And also, why isn't someone arresting that person on the spot? Why isn't a SWAT team just going in there?
I don't know.
And after the personals went away, I really just stopped going to Craigslist because I
what's the point?
Those meetups, that's really what it was all about.
That's what I was there for, was the meetups.
That's right.
Just trying to make new friends.
Darn it.
Yeah, they're scared. It's scary what you can find on. I'm like, yeah, that guy somebody needs to be profiling that person right now.
Yeah,
it's terrifying.
It's scary.
Yeah. It's a scary world we live in.
Well, you can take refuge that it's not any of us.
Oh, well, I mean, how do I know? So everyone's like Goose Creek, Somerville. I'm like, which one is it?
Yeah,
which
that's pretty broad. We're kind of big.
It's kind of big. Yeah. My grandmother's she still lives in Somerville, and my grandfather still lives in Goose Creek. So I'm familiar with the area. Yeah. But I'm always like, they're not the same place.
No, it's not like Ladson.
Well, no. Yeah, and I always tell people I'm just from Somerville because I'm in Latson, right on the edge of Main Street. And in Sangaree, I'm right in that heart of all that.
On the cusp.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, Somerville, because people can. Oh, I saw that on a sign.
You're like, oh, the home of sweet tea.
Yeah, exactly.
I know that.
The home of diabetes.
I love sweet tea.
The funny thing is, I wonder if there's is there any fact checkers checking that sign?
That's what I want to know. I'm like, is it really the home of sweet tea?
I have always
been telling everybody that.
Having it's on my business card.
Yeah. Having spent a lot of time in this town.
Yeah.
I've always seen that, but anytime I tell somebody who's not from Charleston that, they get the, what? No. That's what I always get. I'm like, no, seriously.
It's the South.
They're like, shut up.
Yeah, well, most people from the North just don't even know what sweet tea is. That's not a really...
The North and Florida.
Yeah, they're like, what?
Well, our freshman 50 came from sweet tea. My introduction to it, Cookout. Yeah.
Cookout.
You ever been to a Cookout?
I have been to a Cookout.
Good.
Yes. That is a strange fast food place.
Oh,
it's amazing.
Oh yeah, I can't eat there anymore, but it's
the menu's so all over the place.
It's great, but you got to learn what to order.
You have to learn what to order.
Tell me what to order.
All right, cheddar style chicken sandwich combo, chicken nuggets and fries, sweet tea. You can also get a peanut butter banana milkshake. Those are really good.
Wait, this is one order though.
That's my order. That's like $6.50.
The milkshakes are 99 when you get it with the combo.
Yeah, it's really cheap. Yeah. It's cheaper than McDonald's getting just two things. And you could do sometimes I do cheddar style chicken sandwich combo with
cheddar style.
Cheddar style.
What's that mean?
Bacon and cheddar cheese and fried onions right on the chicken sandwich. Oh my god!
Oh, that
so
sounds
I always went with the A1 style big double burger.
Yeah.
So whatever the ingredient is, they just put style on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's good. Well, because they use different ingredients for each style.
Yeah. And you always do fries and chicken nuggets because that's your best deal.
But the reason why I was $2.93 was that it was that, and I went to the doctor and he's like, your cholesterol is like 400 and something points, which is really bad, I guess.
You're like, I live off of fries.
And I probably had eaten at Cookout 4 times that
probably,
week.
Yeah,
because my sisters visited, and I'm like, well, I'm going to the doctor on Friday. Let's just get it out of the way.
Derek's like, should I have not eaten a Cookout on my way here?
Yeah,
is that part of the problem?
Yeah, you're supposed to fast, buddy.
Yeah. You're supposed to lie to them. You're supposed to let them think that you're eating healthier.
My numbers are all normal now that I don't eat there, so
you look great.
Oh well, thank you.
That's an impressive amount of weight to lose.
A lot of weight.
It is a lot of weight.
Do you feel better? I imagine
my knees hate or like me a lot more. In fact, because I would do the beach body workouts like Insanity and all that. So I did Insanity when I was 240 pounds, and my feet hated my guts. Like, dude,
they're like, fuck, what are we doing?
Keep jumping. You can't. You weren't designed to handle that kind of weight. Now I can do that stuff. I can jump and all that. My feet's like, this is great, dude. Good, perfect weight. I can fit into clothes I haven't fit in since college.
Yeah, the Hard Rock shirt.
Oh man.
No, I've always fit into this shirt.
Kidding.
This is a fat shirt.
I'm never gonna not fit into this shirt.
Yeah, I'll stretch it. Yeah.
No, I have a secret fast food, and it's not really. It goes between ironic and popular, but fast food, gets a bad rap.
Yeah.
But I love it so much.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm trying, especially now, I'm in the late. I'm due in a month and so I'm trying not to like overdo it.
Yeah.
But all I want to do is eat like really indulgent, like shitty food.
Yeah.
And everyone's like leafy greens, and I'm like, I don't want to eat any leaf. Like at this stage,
the kid decides.
I have so little in my life. Like just nothing.
Just go to Chick-fil-A and get a side of fruit.
Done with it.
Yeah, they're like,
Side of fruit. That'll make you feel better.
Yeah. Oh,
Do you like some cheese sauce with the fruit?
You know, it's great at Chick-fil-A. That kale salad. It's like, no.
Yeah, I know.
They make you, they take away
As if
everything.
anybody's eating kale salad at Chick-fil-A.
No.
If you're driving through to get a kale salad, fuck you.
Yeah, get out of here.
Get the fuck
You're
out
not
of
my
here.
friends.
You know what?
Yeah.
Go to the store and make it yourself.
I have to talk about it to everyone that we talk to on the show, but I still can't get over the standing outside handing you the food.
Oh, I love that.
drive-thru.
I love how hands-on they are. Those poor employees, they hate that.
So
last week,
week,
our guests
I
who
felt
were
bad because I didn't know they worked
I
there.
know. They were Flower
you
Town.
got a guest to work there?
No, the Flower Town actors.
Yeah.
Both of the director and the actor, they both worked at the same Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And
And they said that. I was like, yeah. So
Did
what's
they
the deal
own
with
it?
what's the deal with standing outside? She's like, well, I do it. And I'm like, oh, moving on.
She's like, well, some people like it.
So she stands outside most of the time. She said
5:45 in the morning.
that sucks.
She's like, there's a ton of shit there that doesn't make sense, like how you have to say my pleasure.
yeah,
Yeah.
or like how there's 500 people in a
It's so weird. I'm always like, I always feel like I'm going to run over their toes because
Yeah.
I'm driving, and I'm like,
Yeah.
get out of the way. They're like, just keep driving. I'm like, I don't know. You're really close to my car.
Well,
This
come
is-
on, just put me out of my misery, please.
And when they're running, they run like maybe like 3 feet. It's like, how much time are you really saving to take my card to that guy? It's like a weird relay race at a camp
Yeah.
that won't stop.
We were in when we were at Disney the other week. We stopped by a Chick-fil-A one evening, and it was after the park had closed.
Yeah.
And I mean, literally, every cast member from Disney was in the Chick-fil-A eating.
Fuck. Oh, that's awesome. No, that's the best Disney hack ever. They're like, don't pay the park price. Just go to Chick-fil-A after they close.
And most of them were
Cinderella's
you
there
can tell by
stoned.
what they're wearing. Yeah, you can tell by what they're wearing what they do most of the time, and most of them were from one of the restaurants.
Yeah, right.
All eating at Chick-fil-A.
That's incrable.
So there you go.
They're good chicken sandwiches.
Yeah,
They're damn good. They
know,
have to be. Otherwise, there's just so many other things that are not great about them. They have the food has to be amazing, and it is one of the things. I don't know why that I always trick myself into thinking that it's somehow better for you, but I know it's not.
No,
It's probably the worst.
They
one.
pretty much inject it with salt water.
Yeah, and fried. Yeah, they pressure cook it in grease.
I feel like I'm pretty sure it was Chick-fil-A that I was watching, but it was a Food Network thing on how to make those fried chicken fillets. Literally, they inject it with salt water and brine it for like 2 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, tenderizes it.
What the hell?
Yeah.
They're good
What
at
is
extreme
wrong with
rules.
this country?
Good stuff.
I love chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
are my favorite. Chicken nuggets are a favorite thing everywhere. I have ones that I rank them in. I think McDonald's is my favorite chicken nugget.
Really?
Is it better than Cookout?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cookout's chicken nuggets are pretty basic.
What
they're
are
basic.
they like?
They're-
are they like the Wendy's ones? Or are they more like
Yeah.
They're a
like
little more dense.
yeah.
They're dense. Where the
Denser.
McDonald's ones are really.
hollow?
They're not
Yeah,
like they're
yeah.
not like McDonald's.
No, they're not. McDonald's is. I agree. I think they're number one.
They're pretty much what you'd get in a frozen bag.
You know.
Oh, so they're more like real meat at Cookout.
Yeah.
Cookout's all real meat. for
Yeah,
sure.
like real burger meat and all that. Yeah, it's
They're
pretty
only
good.
in the South. They're still pretty small.
Yeah. There's only
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the In-N-Out of the East.
Yeah.
You
can
ever been
only-
to In-N-Out burger?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You can
sure.
only find it in
Animal
the
style.
Southeast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yep.
When I lived in California briefly, I'd found one Chick-fil-A, and I drove like I'm embarrassed to even say how far I drove away from where I was living.
Went to Oakland.
They don't,
Yeah,
they don't necessarily jive with their morals out in California.
No, they
Yeah.
really don't. So I was like, "What the fuck? You guys have a Chick-fil-A?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Is this some weird conservative part of Southern California that I should be going
I'm
to?"
sure it was.
Yeah, they have an area.
And it was and I like drove there and it was by a mall, and I was like, I guess I have to get two because I'm here and I'm never coming back here to wherever the fuck I'm at.
So you're like, can I get make that 4 number ones?
Yeah, exactly. Two of my order.
How long would you say these keep?
Yeah, it was nasty.
6, please.
I ate it later, and I was pretty happy with it. It was still pretty nasty, but I don't know. I like the fake meat chicken nuggets too.
Oh,
I like them all.
Oh yeah.
At that point, you already know what you're getting.
Yeah, right.
So
Right.
You might as well just go, hog wild.
Yes.
Problem is, I have a bad memory. Like the last time I tried to buy something from McDonald's was my very first car accident I'd ever been in.
Oh God!
I keep forgetting about that. That's pretty funny.
Drive-through.
It was from Monopoly, right?
Wait,
no, this was recent.
You were in an accident in a drive-thru?
This is a month before I went on my weight loss. I took this as partially a sign.
You were like, God damn.
So
I got to change my life.
Never coming here again.
No.
I don't care how many McRibs are you selling? I'm not coming back.
Damn it. There was
stupid pickles.
They have the two drive-through things, and I pulled into the right one.
Which doesn't work.
Yeah, the right one. Well, it doesn't work, A, but B, nobody took my order after 5 minutes of sitting there.
I was going to say, well, they don't work because one's always closed.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
But nobody told me. So I'm looking behind me to my left, and I'm like, oh, there's space there. Nobody's coming. I guess I'll back into that spot. Well, this lady pulled in, like, jackknife area where she's even out of my blind spot.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So like my camera didn't see her, nothing saw her, and
nothing saw her.
So I'm like, all right, boop, do, and then I'm like, what the hell? I thought I hit a curve that I didn't see. So I get out and I see her bumper hanging there, and I'm like, damn it all to hell. And the whole time I was about to drive past McDonald's, I was like, Derek, you don't need it. There's dinner at home. You don't even need these chicken nuggets.
You don't have to do this.
And I'm like, no, Derek, you've earned this. You earned these chicken nuggets. And what are you going to tell your wife? That you're not hungry? I'll just tell her I had a big lunch, damn it. That's when you know I had an eating problem.
How do I hide this?
I know. It was. I was a closet eater. That's how it was. I feel like
that's how I eat. I'm not even like,
You eat in the closet?
I eat in the closet. That's just the only time I can get time to myself.
Well, yeah, you got kids running. Of course.
Me too.
No, but I mean, like with fast food, like I definitely try to. If I have cash, I'll pay cash because I don't want it showing up on my debit card. Because Jeremy's like, "How many times have you been to Chick-fil-A?" So I'm like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
I thought you said you paid off the car. This is an $8,000 credit card bill.
I paid the same amount.
Yeah.
I said I paid the same amount as a car.
Yeah.
In chicken nuggets.
I paid my car payment in money.
So you got in a wreck, but were you hurt?
Yeah. No.
Emotionally.
I wasn't. And she was like, well, we don't have to get the insurance involved. I'll take it. I'm like, oh, okay. She takes it in, and then she disappears. And then, you have to go 14 days. If you don't let them know in 14 days, you get in a lot of trouble. So, the 11th day, I'm, trying to call her. She doesn't answer my emails, nothing.
This is always a trap.
Yeah. And then she accidentally called me, thinking I was someone else.
She's like, Trevor?
She's like,
oh, fuck.
yeah. She's like, hi, I'm calling about my doctor's appointment for Tuesday. I'm like, Cheryl, this is Derek. We got in an accident. I've been trying to get a hold of my phone's been weird and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, just letting you know that you just use my insurance. I'm not, it's all done.
You know what? You had your chance.
Yeah, and I reported it and sent it in immediately. Called Geico. Geico got in an accident. I'm done. They jacked my rates up from $149 a month.
Oh, no.
I had never had an accident in my entire life driving.
And you got in an accident in a McDonald's drive-thru.
And they jacked my rates from $149 to $350.
Whoa,
I was like, go.
What happened to your good driving?
I don't know.
That's when you change it Progressive.
Yeah, I went to
Progressive.
I went to Allstate. They got me down to $200, and then I did their DriveWise thing where it tracks if you hard brake or not. And I'm a good driver, clearly. So now they've discounted me another $50 because I don't get in accidents. So I'm like, F you guys, F Geico.
And McDonald's.
Geico,
and
if you'd like to sponsor the show, come on down.
Yeah,
we can change our opinions with just a nice subscription.
Change my mind, Geico. Please.
Arms crossed.
Well, as we rein it back in,
Sorry.
Lindsay, even though you didn't know it, we actually got this somehow turned around to talk about food tonight. So that was all for you.
Thanks, guys.
It was planned.
Thank you for.
Thanks for. I didn't even know you were coming tonight, Lindsay.
Yeah.
I was like, "Who's coming?" He's like, "It's a podcast that beat us in the newspaper."
I didn't beat you.
Yeah, whatever.
I didn't beat you.
It was who was number one?
There's no ranking. It was just in. It has to be in some order.
It was implied.
No.
It was implied. We all know it. Yeah, somebody's got friends on the inside.
Yeah.
Fig, Post and Courrier.
No.
The article does open with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
The hell is that crap?
No, but the Post and Courrier has their own podcast. and it wasn't in there. So
because it's not good.
And we kind of have like we have like secret beef.
I didn't know that.
You have secret meat?
Secret beef.
Oh, you guys getting fights?
We get in little fights.
Really? You and the Courier?
No, but they just they never. That was the first time in 3 years that they've ever mentioned us or like acknowledged us at all, and it's always kind of a point of contention.
I had no idea they had a podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't know they had one.
I do get the paper.
How the hell did they find out about us?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we were.
Oh, you know, the girl that wrote that article, they had a podcast. So I think she's more in touch with what's going on.
She was really nice.
Yeah, she's great.
She was really, really nice. We appreciated it. I'm trying to remember what we did that may have. I don't remember. I don't remember. I think she told me, but I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, those podcasts are so hot.
We don't
right
do
now.
much marketing. It's all pretty much just kind of,
word of mouth.
Us, our long-time listener base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the past 10 years.
That's a really long time, though. That's amazing. Yeah. It's a commitment because there's been multiple times where I've been like, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Yeah.
Nobody's listening.
Yeah, but they are. They get really
kill
sad.
myself.
Yeah.
I hate this.
Send me a message telling me you're listening right now, or I'm going to do it.
I got the gun. I got the knife.
I can't live anymore.
You listen to EffinB, baby.
No,
I'm going to do it.
I swear to God.
You could save me.
It's not like last time.
I could be your hero, baby.
As the podcast turns. Yeah. Well, Lindsay, since we didn't promote yourself, we appreciate you coming on. How can people hear you?
Yeah, the podcast is on iTunes, so you can find it. It's EffinB Radio. It's EffinB Radio.
That's offensive.
Yeah, it's excellent. I love it.
Thank you. We're on Instagram, and that's where you can keep up with like who's coming on the show. So it's at EffinB Radio, all one word. And then always you can go to EffinBRadio.com. EffinB Radio.
So this episode was live. It'll get tweeted out. Do you have a Twitter? We'll tweet you.
Totally, yeah. At EffinB Radio.
Okay, perfect. So we're at To The Echo Radio.
Cool.
After you leave, I'll put out a tweet.
It's a little misleading. FNB Twitter? I don't know.
Twitter.
Fine.
It's a love-hate thing. I love it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I mostly hate it.
I mean, well, I have a it's called Keto Minutes on Twitter, and I'll just be like, hey, I lost 73 pounds, and all these people are like, great job, Fatty. And it's good.
It's very encouraging.
It makes me feel good.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So Derek is actually selling off all his old food in a freeze-dried manner, so you can go buy that at Keto Minutes.
And are you being serious?
No.
You should.
And I refuse to buy new clothes, so currently I'm wearing parachutes in everything I own. Like, I have to tighten this belt because I'm like, no, I got to lose 20 more pounds.
Yeah, don't
buy clothes again.
You got to dress for the size you want to be, not for the size you are. What?
Yeah, you know, I did that 5 years ago, and then I ended up having to throw all those clothes away because I never got that low. So I don't do that anymore. Like, Dad's like, what do you want for Christmas? Like, well, you know, do 30s, Dad. I'm on my way down. I'm on 30 size pants. I think the closest I got was 34, and then I went up to 42.
Well,
so
take it in steps.
That's it.
So go check out FNB.
Oh yeah, right.
Thanks. Thank you so much for having me on.
No, thank you for coming. And again, I'm sorry I didn't answer the door.
I'm never gonna forget that about this.
It's a man thing.
I know I won't. Yeah. So, thank you very much for coming.
Yeah. Oh my God, thank you for having me.
And I'm Nick O'Kelly.
I'm Derek Daisy.
And we'll see you next time
on To The Echo Radio
Show. Yeah.